What's good, everybody? It's your boy Big Zach 617. Welcome to the world, podcast and TV. We are on episode 4 today with my guest, Poetic Killer. What's up, my G? How are you doing?
Bro, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good,
Yeah.
So recently, I was on Facebook, saw your new thing about you're going to be opening up for Method Man and Redman, right?
Oh, that was actually that was in 2019.
Oh, okay.
That I did that. We did that in Connecticut at the Webster in Hartford, I think it was, Connecticut.
Word.
And yeah, it was dope. I did a couple shows with them. I just opened up and stuff like that. But yeah, it was really cool. That was dope.
Word.
That was dope. That was right before COVID. Yeah, That was a dope show because I had a bunch of people come in from like all different states, and like to support me and stuff like that, and. It was just a cool vibe, like everybody meeting each other and everything. Like I'm all about like people coming together, you know what I mean? Like
100%.
Having a good time and shit like that. So it was cool to see people, come from Florida that I knew, or have worked with in the industry and stuff like that, and them come together. Like it was a dope show, dude.
Oh yeah.
It was cool. But yeah.
You got any like shows coming up? Or?
No. I really. Other than I do have my Italy tour coming up again. I'm gonna do the same dates as I did last year.
Nice.
It's like May 19th to like June 8th. I'll be out there.
Okay, that's dope.
Yeah. So
I've seen that like Italy tour like footage and stuff. That shit goes hard.
Yeah, bro.
It's amazing to see that you're like really crushing it out there.
Yeah.
To see
they show crazy love, man. Like it's I don't know, like
and, since we're on the topic of Italy, I have to ask the question, like right off the bat here, who do you think has the best cannoli in Boston? Water, pastry, Mike's, and Boba?
Oh, no. Well, like once you throw the Boba in there, it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, that's a sleeper one that not a lot of people know.
Right.
That they got quality, bro. But like as far as modern versus Mike's, definitely modern in my opinion.
Yeah.
In my opinion, but
and why you say modern over Mike's now? Matter.
I feel like the shell's better.
That's exactly what I.
Word.
I felt the shell is better at modern. The cream is better over at Mike's.
Oh, word. That's safe to say.
Yeah. That was my observation.
Word.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good question, man. That was a good one.
I was like, we definitely have to like dive into that one for sure.
And like I always be getting that shit too.
Right.
You know
I always do.
Always posting, always eating it. Too fun. All that shit. But, yeah.
So how long you been doing music for?
It was funny. I was talking to an artist the other day, and I was going through kind of like my story and stuff like that since I started and everything, and I was like, 15 years ago, and I'm like, dude, it's been 15 years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like 15 years of doing this stuff, like, you know what I mean? And I'm just grateful. Hip hop's brought me to a lot of cool places. It's introduced me to a lot of cool people. You know what I mean? I'm just grateful. Like these past 15 years, I know earlier and stuff like that. Like I was more active in the scene and stuff like that. But yeah, dude, it's been great, man. I love it.
Sweet. Yeah, how long have you been a music producer for?
Music producer, that came later. So like, I started rapping and everything. I put out my first project in 2011, and then, bro, I was tired of just not finding the right beat that I Envision had up here.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, YouTube beats and freaking hitting up producers and stuff. Oh, I'll send you beat packs and stuff.
Yep.
I mean, like, but like I couldn't find the sound, you know what I mean? I'm like, dude, fuck this. I'm gonna start learning and friggin' do it myself, you know what I mean? And that happened around like 2013, 2014 or whatever. I started producing my own stuff. But yeah, that was like the main like factor. I'm like, dude, I'm like, we could go through like a million beats. I'm like, if it's not what I'm hearing in here, you know what I mean? I'm like, it's not gonna be the one that I'm gonna use. So that's how it started, producing and stuff like that. And I love it. You know how it is.
Yeah.
So.
I'll give props to Tony introducing. Yeah, don't produce it.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. Let's see. Music wise, it's just let's just put it out there for the masses. Like, who would you like to like work with and like do a collab with in music?
Damn, it's a good question.
Right?
It's in music in general, because it's crazy. I listen to a lot of different genres. Like people meet me or whatever, and they think I'm just like hip hop and stuff like that. But like I like the old like jazz stuff or whatever.
Right.
But as far as like hip hop, somebody I collab with would love to. I mean, bro, who's really always been on my list is freaking Nas, bro, the fucking best.
Hell yeah.
The freaking best. You know what I mean? Nas, Rakim. You know what I'm saying? Like those top tier like elite artists. Yeah, for sure.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet. I like that.
Yeah. So, not saying that I haven't, with other industry artists and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Not to say that they weren't, Cool G Rap was legendary in his own right, you know what I mean?
Of course.
And the other guys that I worked with and stuff, Raekwon from Wu-Tang.
Okay.
Shouts to them as well, you know what I mean?
For sure.
Not no slight,
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like music it's definitely shifted. Like the way like we saw a scene 10 years ago, and like now the scene like 10 years later, completely different,
Dude,
completely changed. Like you'll see the same people, but it's like it's not the same feeling. It's not the same feeling.
Yeah, I thought that was just the me thing. So you feel that way too?
It's not the same feelings. It's just like I feel like too many good things passed by us, and we don't have those anymore. And that's what really kept like everybody like connected.
Yeah, good things like what? Give me an example.
Like the subway site.
Dude, I knew you were gonna say that. Friggin' ill, bro.
Yeah, like
that
the
was like
subway
a
site
pillar.
for the freestyle clinic. What it was in Everett and stuff.
Legit.
Like that, there were like literally like so many like really good places that like it felt like wholesome and like artists weren't competing with each other.
It was cool.
They were really just showing their talents.
Yeah,
to each other.
legit. Everybody was friendly in that circle and shit, and they rhymed their ass off, bro. Those are like the pillars of the scene for sure.
Right.
Like, the subway ciphers and stuff, like you said, freestyle clinic, like shouts to them. I mean, stuff like that. Like, I like the togetherness, you know what I mean, with that. I'm all about that stuff. So, like,
but it's just like we don't have those things no more. I feel like that's a huge part of what the scene's missing. It's like, I love Bridgeside, but Bridgeside's the only one that's doing it right now.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
I know. There's not another one. That's true. But, yeah.
But, I know LOG's doing an open mic next Friday.
That's Friday. Yeah, you were just telling me about that.
Yeah,
that's dope.
He has Rockham OD. This is DJ.
Get out for real.
Yeah,
dude, that'd be fucking hell. You're going, right?
Yeah, 100% I'm there.
That's friggin' hell.
I want to perform in front of LOG.
That's friggin' hell.
Not for like the props moment. It's just like I want to be like I want to show how versatile I can be.
For
It's
sure.
just like, It's like comic books, music, podcasting.
Right.
I want to be like show everything.
Right, exactly, bro. Exactly.
Until you create the most value.
Dude, for sure. Yeah, we were talking about it the other day, man. About networking and stuff like that.
Right.
You know, yeah, bro, it's the most important piece, and like you said, it's the piece that everybody overlooks,
Right.
and doesn't really think about how vital it is. You
Right.
know? But
You know,
yeah.
that conversation can change your life. Most of the time, though.
Legit.
But most
all
of
you gotta do is say something. You know what I
Right.
mean? You guys get in conversation, but yeah, you were saying.
But most of the time, but most of the time, it's just like, let me think here. I'm trying to word this right, you know. Most of the time, we were talking about. Oh fuck! I blanked out here.
It'll come back to you.
Yeah.
It always does.
We were talking about the music, right?
Yeah. We're talking about music, and I think we were talking about who I collabed with and stuff like that.
Okay.
The pillars of the scene and stuff. Like,
Right.
You know, the freestyle.
We were talking about the NOG thing.
Oh yeah, the NOG thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn. I just like blanked out. But
No,
that's
it's all
cool,
good,
you know?
bro. It happens.
It
man.
happens,
It
you
happens,
know.
man.
Not every episode can be perfect.
Nah, dude. You just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you do what you do.
You do what you do. You do what you can do.
Right.
You know what I mean? And there's no problem with that. There's no problem with that in my eyes.
100%.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so we were talking about music and shit.
Yeah, people I collabed with and stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like that's what the scene is missing nowadays. Is those platforms that
Yeah, we
really
don't have those platforms anymore.
unify
It really-
everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I
It
mean? Like
really
you said, like
hurts.
Bridgeside is like the only one.
Right.
You know what I mean? And yeah.
I feel like it's really hurting the scene because like everybody's like ego kind of gets like more inflated because it's
Yeah,
like
dude. I don't know. I feel like that's more of a thing nowadays
Yeah.
than it's ever been. Like people's ego and stuff, dude. I've seen like so many like just like relationships ruined over people's ego. You know what I mean?
Right.
And freaking or like, you know, yeah, business partner, whatever, like just so many relationships ruined due to people's ego. And it's
Facts.
like, it's
big facts.
Yeah,
You
it's
know.
crazy.
So
It's
it's just like I'm not one of those people for egos, you know.
Yeah.
When you meet someone like NOG, you meet someone like Acrobatic, like they're the most humble people in the world. Like,
They're so wholesome.
and it's just like you're legendary.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, you know, they're just normal people. They're just like, they may not think of themselves as legendary as how legendary I think he is.
Right.
You know, or who the
Yeah.
next person thinks he is.
Yeah,
In that sense.
absolutely. And yeah, they're such like wholesome people. I feel
Right.
like the both of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, like a lot of OGs, you know. Like they do have that, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially especially from like the era that they're from.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was definitely a lot. Like everybody's like all competition now.
For sure,
You know,
yeah, more
like
competitive.
yeah.
For sure, bro. It's true.
You know,
Back
but
then.
it was pretty competitive back then too in that
Yeah.
time frame. So either time frame, it's a always competitive scene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. As it should be.
Yeah.
As it should be, for sure. For sure. Because, yeah, I like that competitive aspect, too. You
Right.
know what I mean? You know, I was a big sports person before, like, I found music. And, like, yeah, I just like that aspect of, you know, I forgot what I said. What was I saying?
You were saying you're a big sports person.
Yeah, big sports person and how it reflects in music. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, we were talking earlier about Shane and how we went to the Fenway Park.
Yeah.
We went over to Fenway Park to see the Celtics.
It was a
last
dope
Friday,
night, man. It was a
you know.
dope night.
It was a dope night, regardless of the Celtics lost
I
or
know,
not. You
I know.
Because we lost to Golden State that year.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I remember seeing Steph Curry shoot a Lucky's face. I was like, that's disrespectfully
Yeah.
far. Like,
Yeah.
He basically half-courted us.
Freaking nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's something else. He's definitely something else.
For sure.
But yeah, no, I remember. That was a dope night, dude.
Yeah.
And it was like June or something like that. So
Yeah, it was my birthday that day.
Yeah, dude, that's right. We were walking around afterwards and stuff like
Right.
It was cool. I'm all about good company, being with good people. You know what I mean? And just to let everybody know, like he's my homie. Like, you know what I mean? Like, besides this stuff, like he's my friend. Man, you know what I mean?
Right,
like,
right.
You're good people. So that was a dope night, bro. That was a dope night.
For sure. Now, how'd you meet Shane?
Shane, like he was big, like throwing shows with as you mentioned on here, like Elsky and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I remember he took a liking to my music originally, so it kind of it started there.
Yeah.
And then the friend aspect kind of came about. We started hanging out more and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, talk about like homies, brothers. That's my brother right there.
For sure.
Good people.
For sure. Shane was awesome, man. I'm glad he was the first guest and got the ball rolling.
Yeah,
for what's to come here. You know?
Definitely, for sure.
I mean, I think like every episode is crucial, but like the first 10 episodes are like the most crucial.
Yeah, you're right.
You know,
it's like the foundation of you know how the podcast. You know, so, Yeah, it is crucial for sure, bro. For sure.
Were you ever big into like collecting sports cards?
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember even going to the card store when they had the the sports card store and stuff. And sifting through the friggin', they'd have like the singlets and stuff, and then they'd also have like the I remember buying like the whole what they call the whole set basically, like it all come in the box or whatever, and it was every player and team from that year or whatever. So yeah, I was big into that. Were you?
I was a pretty big sports card collector, and now I'm like trying to get back in. I want to be I really want Woke to the World to take off into like the sports sports collector like card field, like being like an analyst, but like also being like a real sports collector that like goes to auctions, like gets real pieces of memorabilia.
Right.
You know, like I want to keep some for myself and like real moments in history that I think would be significant to me. But I also want to make a living off of that because I also know that that's something that I'd be passionate about.
For sure. Yeah.
For a long period of time.
Legit.
Because I don't get sick of sports.
Nah, never, dude. Never. I feel you
some
on
people,
that.
they get sick of sports. Like, I'll watch any sport pretty much.
And like, I feel like the sport card world is so cool. Too.
Right.
Like, I don't know, you learn a lot, you meet a lot of different people and stuff like that. Like, I've been to the card shows and stuff like that. I've definitely been into it, for sure, bro. For sure. And, my father...
Jersey collections?
Yeah, of course. Of course, man. I remember, like, probably the sickest one I had, it was, Dr. J, UMass jersey.
Oh, wow.
I was like, holy shit.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember when I got that shit. Cause I used to get them in like bundles and then like sell them in school to kids and stuff like that, or like they trade me jerseys or whatever.
Right.
So it was this one time where I think I did a trade with the kid, and he had that as the as the substitute that I got or whatever, the Dr. J jersey, and I was just like, dude, that's the sickest thing I've ever seen. That's dope. UMass. I almost forgot that, like, he even went there and shit like that.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah, it was dope.
Like, I saw it though, when you said that, I was like, that's crazy,
Dude, for real. I'm like, that's one that you don't see.
Yeah, the biggest one I have in my jersey collection is I have a 1955 Jerry Shevers Bruins jersey.
Dude, get out, for real?
Yeah.
Wow.
It still has like tags on it. It still has tags on it too. I'm trying to get it framed soon.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Yeah.
It's like you said, that's like it's pieces of history, man. You know what I mean? Like freaking, especially like Boston history, like Boston sports history.
Right.
I feel like like it's as far as sports go, bro, like it's different over here. Like
It is.
you know what I mean? Like we're passionate about our shit. You know what I mean? About our
100%.
teams, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're real passionate. There's no like fair weather fans in Boston and stuff like that. We don't do that. We're all very passionate about our teams and stuff, and that's just it's cool.
Right.
It's cool, you know. So
For sure.
yeah.
Yeah, the Celtics right now, huh?
What do you think about them?
I think they have a shot.
Mm-hmm.
I think their bench is a lot deeper than people expected. You know, considering Jaylen Brown got ejected really early in the game the other night.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And that Jason Tatum didn't play the other night. We put up a really competitive game against both the Spurs and OKC.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie.
And the Spurs and OKC, one of those two teams is coming out of the West.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know
for
which
sure.
one. I don't know which one it's gonna be. But the Spurs and OKC, one of those.
Yeah,
teams.
they're the top two dogs for sure in the
No one else is coming out of the West.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm sorry to everybody else in the West. It's going to be the Spurs
yeah.
or OKC.
It's true. It's true.
And if they face
OKC.
each other, it's going to be the Spurs because the Spurs destroyed OKC every time they played them.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wembanyama or something else. That whole team though.
Right.
But yeah. And I think the Celtics played great the last two games.
They did. They played a very competitive game.
You know what I mean? I think they held their own. It's not like
Right.
we lost that one or whatever. Like it slipped away from us. Like no, like we held our own and shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm pretty confident about them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For sure.
This season.
Cool to see Tatum back and stuff
Right.
like that. Crazy early though. Like I
Right.
can't believe after tearing your.
It's surreal to see him back on the court. It's
You know
like,
what I mean?
He dropped 20 points.
I'm
It's
like,
just
how the
bro.
hell did he do that?
Like,
You know what I mean?
yeah, it's surreal to see that. You know?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, and I don't think we've seen that type of magnitude in a long time.
Right.
With somebody like that and an injury and stuff. So it's cool to see him back out there. But I also like that. They didn't play him the other night and stuff like that. I'm like,
Right.
give him his rest. You know
Right.
what I mean? Type of
100%.
Because we got more important games coming. You know what I mean?
You know. Yeah, 100%.
So.
I like Voyevich too. It's just he needs
Dude,
to come
me
back
too.
He needs to get back from that finger injury.
The finger fracture, whatever the hell it
Yeah.
was. And yeah, it's funny. I didn't even watch the game that night, but I remember hearing it the next morning.
Yeah.
I was just like, shit, that's a shame because I think he got like a double his first game like with us. or
Right.
whatever. Like it was like like 10 points and like 11 rebounds, but friggin', it was a double.
Facts.
I like him. I like him for sure. He's dope.
For sure.
He's dope.
I like Quay a lot. Quay's pretty
Dude, he really stepped up.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember him being like last year.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a different Kata compared to this year.
Facts.
Like I don't know, man. You can tell who really puts in the work on the off season.
Yeah, you can.
You know what I mean?
You can tell that in all sports.
Legit, it comes out clear
Across
as day.
all sports.
I'm like, holy shit! Like his
You
growth
can
since
you can
last
tell
year.
like the first instance watching football, for example. It's
Yeah,
just
for sure.
They improved. This one's footwork didn't improve.
Right, yeah.
Now they got pushed on their ass.
Legit. Reminds me of something like Will Campbell type shit.
I wasn't trying to go.
Yeah, that's too funny.
I wasn't trying to go there, but we went there.
That's funny.
I understand what we're doing as far as the off season so far.
With what?
With the Patriots,
With the
just with their off season.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially, it's just like we get rid of Diggs. We sign this new kid. I was joking with my friend earlier, just being a troll, saying, this kid's been in the league 4 years. 4 years is usually the time period that you get in the NFL to see what you really are.
For sure.
Right?
For sure.
And I said Randy Moss still had more touchdowns in one season than this kid had in 4 years.
So true. It's crazy.
And the kid's never had 1,000 yards.
Legit.
He's
you know
only
what I
had
mean?
two 100-yard games.
I seen you post something the other day. I didn't know that the 49ers were looking to get rid of Ayuk there.
Yeah.
I think he's solid, you know what I mean?
He's solid.
But yeah.
They got Mike Evans, the 49ers.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they signed Mike Evans.
Oh, what the 49ers did?
Yeah.
Still, that's a crazy pickup.
Yeah.
Huh.
I thought like Mike Evans is gonna be like a Buccaneer for life.
For life,
Like,
yeah,
I'm
for sure.
shocked at that one.
For sure. He's a friggin', I consider him like a very seasoned player by now. Like,
For
you know
sure.
what I mean?
For sure.
He's top tier. For
If
sure.
he didn't get like, it was amazing to me looking at it last year, was because when you looked at it last year, like he broke his collarbone, and like he came back before the season was done.
Bro, that was another one that I'm like,
and I
that's
was
so
just like,
quick.
bro, how?
How?
Like I watched you snap your collarbone, like watched a doctor review it and was like, yeah, he's cooked, like,
Right.
he's done for the season,
Fucking
and then
nuts.
he's back out there. I'm like.
It was crazy.
That was insane.
Yeah.
That was
cool as
literally
shit.
insane to me.
That was cool as shit. He's he's something else, man. As far as wide receivers go, for sure. Yeah, you mentioned Moss. Moss has always been one of my favorites. I feel
Right.
Like he's a freaking OG for sure.
For sure.
Jerry Rice,
Yeah.
another one. Classic.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Big Larry Fitzgerald fan.
Yeah, talk about receptions, dude.
Right.
He freaking, yeah.
Larry.
Yeah, he was solid, bro.
He
like,
was so good.
you just knew what you were getting out of him every game.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And it was always like that, he was consistent, man. And, one of the best for sure.
For sure. Like, I think towards the end of the year, the NBA should start doing like their resting, but I think they force it too much during the regular season. Because I feel like they complain a lot about the amount of games that they play, but like I feel like they're the only league that does it at the same point in time.
Yeah.
None of the other leagues, like the other leagues, are adding games.
Exactly.
And they're
If
like,
anything.
oh, like, well, we should play less games, but it's like you play the less of the physical sport. You're not in the wrestling field. You're not
Right.
in the UFC field. You're not in the hockey or the football field.
Right, exactly. Yeah, what do you think about the, should the baseball season be shorter, you think? Or have you always liked it with the 162?
I always loved 162.
Yeah, me too.
Always.
Me too. And that's all.
I don't
that's
like
always
how-
how I know baseball.
I don't like how they're shifting out of like stuff in baseball and like coming out with like all the new rules. I'm not a fan of the whole extra innings guy on second base.
I'm like,
It's
dude.
that's the.
I'm like,
I
that's
hate
so
that
crucial,
passion-
too. I'm like-
I hate that so passionately.
Put him on
It's just
third,
like
second. I'm
right.
like, dude, single score.
It should just be a clean slate when you get up
Legit,
there.
though.
There shouldn't even
That's
be
how it
somebody
should
on
be.
base.
Dude, I was very against that. I was very against like the pitch clock was like so like foreign to me. I get why they did it and implemented it.
The pitch clock, I'm okay with.
You're like, I'm
because
okay.
like
They do
with
need to speed it up.
Yeah, with pitching, it's just like dude will sit here like this for a whole fucking 20
Yeah,
minutes
legit.
before he
You're
throws
like,
one
dude.
pitch, and he looks over at first base, he looks over at third base like twice.
Legit.
In 20-minute segments, so the pitch clock I can understand.
Yeah, the pitch clock I can understand.
You
But yeah,
know.
no, the weirdest shit is the extra innings, man.
Right.
With the guy on second.
Right.
So weird. So
Like,
weird.
I've gone to games, gone 12, 13 innings before.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
What's the longest game that you've gone to as far as innings wise?
Like 14 or 15 innings. man.
Okay.
You know? Like
I think the most mine was 16.
really?
Yeah.
And like, that's
That's long.
yeah, it is. And it's
That's like
freaking,
6-7 hours at Fenway Park right there.
Legit, yeah, cramped up with the friend, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Now, do you have a favorite area to like sit when you're in Fenway Park? Or?
Not specifically.
Yeah.
I mean, although Yo, the best, like, and I've only like sat there once, but like right behind home plate.
Yeah.
Is cool. You see the ball coming in, you know, the pitch coming in, and shit, just like the batter would.
Really cool.
And you know, you're on TV and shit.
Facts. I like the upper deck pavilion box.
Dude,
like,
perfect.
Right next to the Sam deck.
Perfect.
Like that is like my favorite spot to watch the game. Like I've literally sat everywhere in Fenway Park.
Have
and
you?
Even sat in like a luxury box one time and like tried the luxury box experience. I know, like I tried that experience. So like now is like being the sports fan that I am. I'd rather have that courtside seat than that luxury side.
Totally,
you know,
bro,
because
totally.
it's like the luxury,
Especially
piece,
with baseball, like
the luxury
I wanna be in
piece,
there, bro.
the luxury piece, it feels too. I don't want to say aesthetic, but it's too much for it distracts you too much from the actual game.
Yeah, that's true.
You have your own TVs, like yes, you have your own bathrooms.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about people cutting you off.
It's just
And,
not like
your own food.
It's
but
just not
it's
like
not-
how old school base. Like I don't know. Like I don't think of luxury.
I mean,
like,
when I look at like all sports, it's just like okay, like that's the same kind of experience across all four sports.
right, yeah.
So if that's like what it is, like I would rather be like on the field, or I'd rather be like against the glass
Totally.
or like sitting courtside,
Feeling all that energy, and shit,
yeah,
all those elements and shit. Like, yeah, bro. You know what I mean? You want to be in there,
Right.
You wanna be in there. So yeah, I definitely agree on that. for
You're
sure.
right. So it's like it was an amazing experience. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
like if I get that kind of money,
If you
like,
had to choose,
yeah, if
you'd
I'm
choose.
getting that kind
And I
of
would
money,
too. I would
I'm going to pay for the courtside seats instead of that luxury. box.
for sure.
Like, cool, the luxury bucks is fun to have,
Right, right.
but like it's not like.
it's not the true experience. You know what I mean? I
Like,
remember-
for example, if I went to the Celtics, like during the NBA Finals, and
Mm-hmm.
sat on the court, like I'd be able to run on the court probably and would,
Right.
and, like with the championship at that point,
Yeah, exactly.
because I'd be on like that
You're right
perimeter
there.
on the top, like
Yeah,
that top
totally.
end, you know. So it's just like in instances like that. Like I know back in the day for the Boston Celtics, they had the crowds like run at like the Garden,
Legit.
like to
all
like
of a sudden you
celebrate
couldn't see
with-
any of the floor.
Right.
Like it was just all people. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's just like in that sense.
Yeah. It's cool shit though.
Right.
Yeah. Sports has always been a big part of my life. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Sports. You know, music came later. You know, I always had a passion for music and, you know, the way like certain songs would make me feel and stuff like that. But as far as creating music, that definitely came later. And yeah, I'm glad it did. You know, I'm glad it did.
For sure.
You know, like Jesse was talking about earlier, you start as you go through life, you start finding things that you didn't know that you were good at.
Right.
You start pursuing them and shit, and oh shit, you know, I was so concentrated on this, and I'm actually good at X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? Like, so that transition and stuff, all that stuff's necessary for sure. It's good. It's good stuff. It's part of the journey. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
part of the journey for sure.
That's what we always says. It's not the destination; it's the journey.
Dude, one of the illest. That was one of the craziest sports related deaths, or just deaths in general.
Right.
That like really like it pissed me off.
Yeah.
I was like really aggravated about it. I'm
was
like,
really
damn.
hurt.
Like I was really hurt with that. He's I don't know, man. He was something else. He was so influential, even though he was on a team that you know we weren't the best friends with. But so influential, bro. Like you know, what I mean? And like you know, friggin'. Like he talked to all the greats of all the different sports. Like it wasn't just basketball with him. Like you know what I mean. Like you know, like he was friends with Brady. He like you know and like more than friend. Like had these conversations with them when they were going through certain things and stuff like that. Like I don't know. He was just he was one of a kind, and it was kind of crazy to see him go. Like I felt like it was like a family member. I was
Right.
like, holy shit. But I mean, we grew up on him. I feel like, you know
Right.
what I mean? Like, so yeah.
Who was like the first like celebrity that you got to like meet?
First celebrity I got
Like as
to
like
meet.
a kid or like an adult?
Yo, so this is a trippy story. Yeah, I used to live. This was nuts, yeah. Okay, so I used to live in Vegas.
Yeah.
And I remember, you know, we'd frequent different restaurant spots every night for dinner or whatever the hell. Like me, my mother, and my stepfather, and so we did like the top of the, I don't know if you heard the Stratosphere over there, but there's a restaurant at the top, and you know, you can eat there and stuff, and yeah, it was crazy. So me and my mom went to something to do with my birth certificate or whatever that day. Like we needed to bring it somewhere or whatever. Maybe it was to get like be a resident of Nevada or whatever, like to change over. But she had it on her, like in her pocketbook when we went out to dinner, because like we did that stuff earlier at the town hall or whatever the hell. And I remember friggin' Dr. J and his family being at like the table over from us, and that was a cool one. That was a cool one for sure, because I actually got to talk to him a little bit, see why he was there and stuff like that, and what he was, you know, they were all out celebrating. You know, he was. It was a milestone in his career that they were acknowledging. They were giving him some type of award, and so that's what they were out celebrating, and just to like meet the family and stuff. Cool. And I remember like he was like, do you want me to sign something? And I was like, shit, dude. I'm like, I don't know, man. I really don't have anything to sign. I'm at dinner. You know what I mean? I didn't really come prepared. So my mom pulls out a copy of my birth certificate and says, sign the back of this. So Dr. J signed the back of my friggin'
That's great.
birth certificate.
Yeah, I bet you were like, okay, I gotta go get a new birth certificate right now.
It was a trip, man. I'm pretty sure it was like a it wasn't the original.
Yeah,
like,
but you can still get copies of it at that point.
Yeah.
I'm sure you were like, okay, now I have to get this one framed.
Totally. And like, yo, like I was young then. I was like maybe 7 years old.
Yeah.
Probably 6, but maybe 7. And yeah, it was that was probably
The first one.
or like the
Mine was
coolest
around
one.
the same age.
Word?
Mine was Hulk Hogan.
Oh, dude.
I got to meet Hulk Hogan at the Gold's Gym in Tewksbury when it first opened.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
That's ill.
Yeah,
That's ill.
hey, like I was
Legend.
I'm known to be like Big Zach, but like I was small then. Hey, it's just like he was gigantic, and I was just like, whoa, like,
Yeah, that must have
like
been
it felt like I was looking at a tree, and like I thought like the whole on-screen character, like, hey brother, it was just like a whole like I thought like that was just like the whole like thing for like TV. I
Right.
didn't expect him to be like that when I saw him in person. So
Totally.
when I got like the autograph for him, like from him, like I was just like kind of blown because like he did it and everything. It's just like damn,
Crazy.
yeah.
Crazy to see them in person, and yeah, you know what I mean? You're like, no, this is how he really
Right.
acts in everyday life, you know?
Right.
It's dope. Yeah, that must have been a dope one.
The most starstruck I ever was definitely for like DJ Premier though. It's like
Dude, I can imagine.
I was like, you are the GOAT.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
undoubtedly, and I was blown.
One of the, oh my god, bro. Yeah. Premier's one of the best, bro.
For sure.
Yeah. You know.
I had him sign my Bruins hat then.
Oh, did it?
And then he came back for a show at Big Shug. And then when he came back for that show at Big Shug, I bought Big Shug's album. And then had Big Shug sign on one side of the album and DJ Premier sign
Wow, on the
side.
other? That's dope.
And then like out of my autographs, like that's one of the ones like I preserved.
For sure.
Like the ones that I like keep preserved are the Mobb Deep one and that one.
Yeah.
So it's
Right,
just
the one, two,
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's just like after that, like people are gonna look at me like I'm crazy. But after like I got the autograph on the album cover, I washed the hat.
Oh yeah.
And like I got the autograph from DJ Premier off of the top of my hat, and then 2 weeks later it got signed by KRS-One.
What a trip, bro. That's pretty ill, dude.
Right.
That's an ill story. KRS-One, wow, man.
Right.
But yeah, me and Shane seen him live maybe like 2 or 3 summers ago.
Yeah.
And I was
We were there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's right. And friggin' dude, like I was like, wow, nobody puts on a live show like him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, especially at his
Man's
age, I'm like,
60 years
dude, it's
old,
fucking
just like,
nuts,
bro.
I'm like, that was
How can you have that much energy at 60? I see people in their 20s that can't even put that energy out.
legit. Yeah, please, yeah. Don't go there, yeah. There's a lot of them, it's crazy. But yeah, no, he puts on a great show. That was probably the best
Right.
show, you know. And the fact, you know, I love Middle East Downstairs.
Facts.
I really do. It almost feels like, I know probably for you more so, but like it feels like home when you're freaking there. You know what I mean? Like
it does.
I mean, I do like upstairs too, but like downstairs is just a vibe. You know what I mean? It's almost like basement like
Right.
It's freaking.
It gives you that underground feel.
Dude, for sure.
You feel like you deserve for seeing a show like that.
Yeah, exactly. And like just for them to be performing right there in your face and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that's the way it's supposed to be.
Fair.
You know what I mean? That's the way it's
Like,
supposed to be.
I was saying something earlier. It's just like I understand why it's at a gig. It's like I was looking at the show in May, and I understand like it's at a Ganis because it's like Method Man, Redman,
Right.
Rocks,
Yeah.
and, like state property. Like I understand why it's there because like that the Middle East definitely couldn't hold that.
Yeah, no.
And that would be sold out like instantly.
Oh, totally.
But at the same point in time, it's just like when you look at things like that, it's just like is it worth the same experience if you're in arena seating?
Legit.
Because like I haven't been to too many like arena concerts.
I was gonna ask. Okay.
But like for me, it's like I have to be like pretty close to like the performer, like not just for content wise for me when I'm like filming or anything,
Right.
But like to like feel like the actual energy of the room,
bro.
and
It's
like
just
when I listen to
sitting
music,
courtside with the sports stuff. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like you gotta be in there. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
100%.
Like, yeah, bro. Feel all of that energy and stuff for sure.
Yeah,
So yeah,
I
like
feel that.
I've been to Arena One like before, and yeah, it's 2 different experiences, bro.
Yeah.
It's like you were saying with the luxury box and the
Right, I was saying that.
I'd rather be up there. you
Right,
know?
I was saying that with wrestling too, because a lot of people like they want to go to like the WWE versus like an independent circuit wrestling. And in reality, like I've been to both now.
Right.
And like the WWE is for like the cinematic like theatrics of things. And then like the like independent scene is more for like the wrestling side.
Yeah.
You know,
for
it's
sure.
just like you'll see the more physical matches.
real wrestling
You'll see
shit.
real matches at that point.
Yeah.
There'll be like 5-6 matches. Like right now, the way wrestling's kind of set up, it's just like they have 4 or 5 matches. And that's it. And like, I understand why they do it, but it doesn't utilize the card, and fans feel like they're not getting as getting as much from their money.
Right.
And like that's understandable. Like I'm going like the event that I'm going to tonight. It's $20 and it's like 8 matches.
See, that's worth it.
Yeah, that's worth it.
That's
right
worth
there.
it. You know, for sure. I feel like, yeah, with certain venues and stuff like that, especially nowadays, I feel like they price gouge with that shit. You know, events and stuff like that. It should not be like, you know, especially if you got a family and shit, and like kids want to go and everything. Even to the sporting games, I think they should chill out with the price and all.
Yeah,
that. You know what I mean?
I understand sports. They always fluctuate on a day-to-day basis based on the teams. And all that stuff.
Yeah, I understand that part, but yeah, like I don't know. I don't think like you know, courtside seats should be like you know $15,000 for one seat. You know what I mean? I'm like, I think it should be a little.
Yeah, I feel that.
Not that you know, I mean, not that I'm a courtside sitter or anything like that.
Yeah, but you know, in those situations, it's just like I'd rather just pay to get like I have basically all the stadiums like mapped out pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, areas that I like and don't like in the stadium.
Yeah.
So, like, with that being said, it's just like I have a good idea before I get there.
For sure.
Like what Fenway Park seat I'm gonna have.
Exactly.
What seat in the Garden I'm gonna have. You know, and I'm okay with those seats like in the middle area because I know that there'll be a great view.
For sure.
So it's just like at that point, I don't want to sit all the way up front, but I also don't want to sit in the luxury. I'm sitting right in the middle, and then the rest of that money is going towards the concession.
Legit.
You know,
it's true. That's but yeah, that's the best right there. Is right there in that middle area.
Right.
You know what I mean? And yeah, like if you go on a Bruins game or something, sitting mid ice and shit, like.
Right.
That's ideal. You want to be able to see the whole game, and shit, and that's definitely a seat for it. So.
What do you think the Red Sox are gonna do this year?
I don't know, man. I know you were hyped up on them. You said,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I'd like to be optimistic. I just don't know. I don't know. I just know that they've always had like a great farm system and stuff like that. You know, like the AA, the AAA. They really know how to develop players here. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about them. To be honest with you yet. But I mean, obviously, you know, I'm still gonna watch every game.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Like,
what else are we gonna do?
That's just how we are. You know what I mean? As
what else are we gonna do?
Legit, like that's like religion. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you know.
We're dropping the new episode of Forged in Foxborough on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah,
you know, it's just like, oh man, that's gonna be tough to watch.
Legit,
it's
bro.
Just like, you know.
But
I always thought it was kind of a mistake at the beginning of the season. I'm like, you know, this is like a Hard Knock show, and they made it all the way to the Super Bowl. But like those are the types of the way that they had it planned out. It's like one of those ways how like you would plan a Super Bowl video or a Super Bowl movie and stuff.
I was gonna
like the happy ending part's supposed to be like, oh, we won the Super Bowl,
right?
And like that's supposed to be like the story. So like a couple like weeks into it, I was sitting there and I'm like, okay, like. How are they gonna play this? And then they made it to the Super Bowl. I'm like, okay, they're gonna go one of two ways.
Yeah.
Because when I first saw the first two episodes, I'm like, okay, if they're a really bad team, they're gonna get really embarrassed by this documentary right off the rip.
Yeah.
Whether they're saying the right things, doing the right things, and it visually looks good, and the fans are inclined, it's not gonna be the same.
Right. Totally.
Because we saw the product on the field and nobody was expecting us to get 8 wins this year.
Legit, bro. Legit. So, I mean, like, maybe the Sox will be like a similar type thing this season. But yeah, I was going to ask how you felt about the Patriots season.
Overall, it was a great season.
Yeah.
We came up short at the biggest game of the season.
Fucking dude.
Hurts a lot.
Yeah.
As of right now, I'm hoping we get a Diggs reunion. You know, the general manager didn't completely wipe that off the table, but I feel like what they're doing is a Red Sox move right now.
Yeah.
Because they released Diggs. Diggs hasn't really gotten too many free agent calls, if any, at this point.
Right.
And they're going to wait till a little bit goes by. If he's not getting an offer still, they're going to try to get him on a 1 year, a much cheaper price. That's a Red Sox move right
That's a Red Sox
you know,
move,
that's the way the Red Sox operate during spring training. They do nothing in the off season as far as free agency. Then when it comes time to right before the season, they'll sign one player, like a veteran player, for a 1 year deal.
Legit. It's always how they go. It's crazy. But yeah.
Like, I understand it might be the court thing. But I don't think it's entirely the court thing. And I don't think that the other wide receiver we just paid was worth it.
Worth that.
It was worth it if we were going to bring him back on a cheaper contract.
Right.
Because it's like you paid him $80 million and now you're maybe paying Stephon Diggs like 8.
Like if I was them though, like I'd pay top dollar for Diggs. I feel like Diggs is freaking, you know,
Right.
like he's elite.
Right.
I'd pay top. You know what I mean? So
He's had consistent 1,000-yard seasons. And I know people are gonna be like, oh, well, that really doesn't matter. It does, to the point. It's just like this team has been bad for a couple years now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we're the Cleveland Browns,
Right.
but at the same point in time, like we've had some pretty bad offenses in that time
for
period.
sure, man.
And with those pretty bad offenses, there was not a 1,000-yard receiver since Edelman.
No. Yeah, not even close. Not even close.
And like that was concerning. I was just like,
Totally.
we can't be a top offense in this league if we don't have a 1,000-yard receiver.
You're right.
I like all the players and the receivers that we have on the team currently right now, but none of them have really had a 1,000-yard season, let alone consistent 1,000-yard
Legit.
season.
Yeah.
They're all good players. Huge fan of Booty. Huge fan of Matt Collins.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You know,
I feel like
but like they're all great players. It's just when you look at it from like the outside looking in, it's just none of them have gotten to that.
yeah, like it's not that they're not elite yet. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like Diggs was.
Well, they're role players.
Yeah.
You know, they're not. You know, they're wide receiver 3s and 4s.
I still feel though, like, you know, those guys like Matt Collins and stuff. I don't know. I feel like they have a lot of.
They can provide a lot of insight, a lot of the veteranship and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Why is Matt Collins like on the older side? I thought he was
He's
like.
been in the league for a little bit. He won He won the Super Bowl with the. He was a rookie on the team that beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl with the Eagles.
Oh shit! Yeah, that was a crazy one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I thought he was like a you know, a
He's
young
been in the
type
league like
kid.
8 or 9 years.
What about Bodie? Is he?
I think he's going into his 5th year.
Oh, 50. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I mean, at this point, yeah.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
Because I'm like, you know.
Because I think he has like 1 year left, like here,
Oh,
in
okay.
like New England, and then like his contract's up next year.
Yeah, like you said.
And free
like,
agency, he's gonna get a lot of money, you know.
Totally.
And like, good luck to you, you know.
Right.
I love him to death, but he doesn't put up 1,000 yards this season.
No.
We're not keeping him.
Yeah.
And somebody else will help at us. That's the one thing that aggravates me and grinds my gears so much about like the NFL. It's just like you see the league get better, and then you see your team do nothing, and you're like, bro, the Bills just got better, the Dolphins just got better, and it's just like, what did we do?
What did we do? Yeah. For real, man. It's true.
And it feels like that a lot.
It does. It does. Like we were talking about that, like with the Red Sox.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they were the last to sign somebody or whatever this offseason.
Right.
This past offseason.
And then we got a couple moves in, and then we were just like, okay, well, but they didn't have a horrible offseason this year.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, for
They did improve. We have a better pitching rotation than we did last year.
For sure, I like
and
the
pitching was definitely the problem of last year's team. Like, we made the playoffs last year.
Yeah, for sure.
And we had to play a rookie in the playoffs
Do you
in
feel-
that last game.
Do you feel like the bullpen is worse than the starting rotation though? Like I feel like bullpen was our problem last year. You know what I mean?
I felt like we only had Garrett Crochet last year.
Yeah, legit.
So, like, I felt like
He did.
the relieving side of things, like, we have Chapman. Like, everybody
For the closer, for sure.
Like Chapman, maybe Whitlock. You know, we just signed a new pitcher yesterday. I can't remember his name. He's from Milwaukee.
Reliever?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah, because that was my only thing. Is I'm like those 2 or 3 innings until it gets to Chapman. You know, the Chapman can come out and close it.
All right.
I'm like that. They struggle. I feel like with
I felt like they struggled more in their rotation than they did in their bullpen.
Interesting.
That's what I felt.
Did you like those
As far
2
as
young
last
kids or whatever? The kid who could throw like 100 or whatever.
Yeah, I liked Tally and Early. Tally and Early were both good.
With,
I don't know if either one of them are going to make this year's team, but if they are, I think they're going to be more of the relievers category until we figure out, So, like, the way I look at it is one of these pitchers for the Boston Red Sox is going to shit their pants here in Boston.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Like, we can't be like all 5 of them.
Right.
One of them is going to shit their pants and have a bad season.
For sure.
You know, we thought that a couple years ago when we got Walker Buehler. We were like, okay, Walker Buehler's a really solid pitcher.
Legit.
But he shat his pants here
Dude, totally.
when he came to Boston.
Totally.
To the point where we released him during the season.
I forgot about that. That's right.
You know?
Yeah, he was coming off like a fresh season with the Dodgers. We got him or whatever.
Right.
Friggin'.
And he had the right attitude, you know?
For sure.
But, like, it was just a terrible season for him.
Horrible.
Absolutely terrible.
Yeah, there's been a couple, players like that where they come to Boston, you know, they don't.
So, like, I'm expecting that one player. I don't want to I don't want to say names,
right?
You know, because obviously I'm throwing things out there before the season begins, and but yeah,
that makes sense. At least
all I want to say is I hope it's not Ranger Suarez.
Right? Yeah, for sure.
Because because Garrett Crochet, Ranger Suarez could be a nasty one too.
Legit.
Whatever happens with the rest of the rotation happens with the rest of the rotation. I'll be okay with.
Yeah.
But
I like their rotation. Bro.
Yeah.
Like they definitely, if they upgraded anything in the off season, it was the freaking rotation.
Right.
And like you said, they needed it.
Right.
You know what I mean, so.
They can't just depend on Crochet. Crochet's
Right.
great, but Crochet can't pitch. Hey, Crochet's not getting Cy Young numbers and out there 3 days a week.
Legit. Can't all do it, by himself. Or,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's true. But.
100%. I'm going to conclude with the question I ask all of my guests here, and it is, what do you have coming up for yourself as far as dreams and goals for yourself?
Dreams and goals. So, I mean, damn, we could talk about this for a bit too. I've definitely expanded to new business ventures and stuff like that. I wanna expand into. Kind of like what we were talking about before, we started taping and stuff. Just getting into new things, still keeping the brand and everything.
Of course.
You know what I mean? And, still keeping the music going and stuff. But expanding into, and transitioning into new things. So yeah, I mean, my dreams and goals, bro, recently I feel like have been just a lot of mental health shit as far as getting your mind right and everything. It has a lot to do with how your life plays out, I feel like, and stuff like that. So
Of course.
yeah, bro.
As we were saying earlier about the whole music thing, there's a lot of ego and all that. Ego feeds negativity.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We have we wrote a lot of positive quotes on the walls here, groundbreaking.
Yeah, I've seen it. So
and one of them says, "You cannot get rich when you're negative. You can only get rich when you're positive." By Morgan and Morgan.
So true.
We had a Zoom call a couple months ago with Morgan and Morgan.
Oh, dude.
And that was one of the things that he had said. So he was just I was that one stuck with me. I wrote it. I wrote that one down on the wall.
Yeah, I gotta write that one down for sure. That's
because that always reminds me. It's just if I have a negative mindset, if I contribute to negativity, then I'm not going to get to where I need to get to. And as I was talking to you the other night, I was saying that it's all about those small details. You can be doing the small detail in the same spot, but when you look back, you have a masterpiece.
That was an album.
Rather than somebody who's just making strokes like this, and then you look back and it's hey, I've ruined the wall.
Right, exactly. Exactly. So true. That was true. That was a good analogy, a way of putting it. You know what I mean? Is these are all just little dots. You know what I mean? Forming a big masterpiece at the end. And bro, the small details bunch up, and then they become the big detail. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
the small stuff is important too. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, bro, just staying positive and stuff like that. Expanding. Yeah, dude. You know what I mean? Yeah.
What kind of ventures are you expanding into?
Recently, I'm thinking about getting into like the marijuana industry and stuff, and kind of making things more easily accessible than I guess it already is. I mean, you know how dispensaries are all over the place now,
Right?
But yeah, kind of an easier way for everybody to get their marijuana and stuff like that and weed. I've always been a huge weed person.
Yeah.
Since
of course,
forever. So I'm passionate about that industry as well.
For sure.
And yeah, I don't know. I feel like nowadays everything's all about convenience. You know what I mean? Like people want things, the fastest way, whatever, the most convenient way for them possible, and to not get off the couch or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right,
like they want to
right.
give into the, So yeah, bro.
How are you feeling about the whole AI world right now and the way how technology is?
I'm not gonna lie, I like AI, man.
Yeah.
I like AI a lot if used for the right reason.
For the right reason.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like it can be really crucial. Like I just learned so much about it, and how prompts and details are such a big deal, and
Facts.
yeah, bro. Like I have a few. I added Shane to the group, but I gotta add you to it too. Where it's all like productivity prompts and shit like that.
Yeah.
Just like stuff that helps us out with our everyday like workflow and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I gotta add you to it because dude, I like AI for shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
You know?
As I was just saying, Jesse just shows Jesse. He automated like Woke to the World for me. So it's just like I have so much more like space storage to do like Woke to the World TV.
Legit, bro.
And like I'm going to so many events in like the next like 3-4 weeks, and it's just like I have like a place to like upload them, and like I can batch film as far as like events go, event coverage. I can't batch film podcast episodes for the reason being it's just like it doesn't make sense, and it's just like I want the relevancy of the sports.
For sure.
I'm going through the sports feeds as well as the music feeds.
Of course.
You know?
Yeah, it's dope, man. It's dope.
For sure.
Yeah, I love what you guys did with Walk to the World.
Oh yeah, man. Well, that's gonna wrap up our episode here. Thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned, stay woke.
Word, brother.